Hello, hi, welcome back. My name is Dana and this channel is all about SMS beauty, skincare, makeup, sunscreen. Today we're doing the skincare type. I've done one of these videos before. It was all about cleansing balms. It happened to be a drugstore cleansing balm video. Today we're changing it up a little. I have a bucket of cleansing balms. I have a thing. I love certain things in life. One of them is cleansing balms. And so these are kind of a combination. Actually, I think if you watch the first video, which I'll link above, and this video, you will have seen every cleansing balm that I own. I think maybe a few I've missed, but pretty much it. But this one is a combination. Some of them are incredibly cheap, some of them are incredibly expensive. But I thought it would be good to just kind of go over other cleansing balms. The drugstore one is incredibly helpful if you're looking for a cheap one, but you might want something that's not so cheap. So I'm going to go through it. I have done all the B-roll footage, so I have filmed me applying it to my hand and then rinsing it off. Otherwise, if I applied it each one to my face would be raw. You would see my bone and skull because I don't want to do that. So I did it this way. So hopefully that works, and let's just get going. Don't forget, subscribe, like, all those things, and let's jump in. So I'm not really going in any particular order. I will at the end kind of tell you my favorites from this round. That doesn't mean it's my very favorite. It's very hard for me to say like I love one over all else, but I will tell you the ones that I kind of think, maybe are worth your money. Let's start with the first one though. This is the Youth to the People, what is it called? Superberry Dream Cleansing Balm. This retails for $34. It's 100 milliliters, which is actually a decent amount. That's 3.4 fluid ounces, and that comes out to $10 per ounce. So not the cheapest, but also maybe it is one of the more expensive actually, now that I think about it. This is in a glass bottle and it is this color. This is the color of it. It's this bright yellow. It is scented. It has this, it's kind of the same scent if you've ever had any of the other Youth to the People of this like Superberry. It's got this kind of fruity, I guess. I'm not great at scents, but kind of smell to it. I don't mind it. It's not the most powerful, but it's there. The thing about this that I don't love is that it has this gritty texture, and you'll see it in the footage, or I hope you see it. It really almost acts as a cleanser and an exfoliator. I'm not sure if that was intended, but it definitely has that grit to it. So for me, it's not that I dislike it. I just think it's like each time I reach for it, I'm kind of like, this is an interesting feeling on my face. It is expensive though. Like I'm looking over the prices now that I look at it, and it's actually one of the more expensive. You are getting 3.4 fluid ounces, but I don't think that for the price it's necessarily worth it. I think it's kind of like if you just really love Youth to the People, or you know that kind of these ingredients really work well for you, by all means get it. For me, it's just not something I would go out and repurchase ever. But it does the job. It rinses off clean. It doesn't have a film to it. It does rinse off. Like it does do what a cleansing balm is supposed to. So it does actually emulsify with water, which some of them not as much. Actually this bunch we've got a pretty good round of cleansing balms, but some that I've had before, they're like, this is not a cleansing balm. This one is. It's just pricey, and I don't think it's worth the money personally. Okay, we have two Beauty Pie ones next. The first one I'll go over is the Super Healthy Skin, and then I have the Plantastic. So this one is $16. You do have to be a Beauty Pie member. I will link below what you get for Beauty Pie, but with the monthly fee, maybe they've changed it to yearly. I think they have. So you pay a one-time fee, and then you are basically entitled to purchase any other things, any of the products there, and you get them at the member price, which is, so like this one is $16. But normally they say like this would be $50. So that's kind of their gist of it. If you haven't heard of Beauty Pie, I really love it. I'm going to be doing a video on it soon, one of these days. But this one is 100 milliliters. Again, same as the Youth to the People, 3.4 fluid ounces. So this comes out to be $4.70 per ounce. So you get a much better deal with this compared to the Youth to the People. That one was $10. This is $4.70 per ounce. Like I said, a much better deal. It is this glass container and it's almost the same color, but it's a much silkier kind of smooth texture to it, not gritty at all. It doesn't have any scent, unlike the Youth to the People. So if that's something you like, this one is a better option then. Now, this one says it's a hot oil double cleansing balm, and that is correct. I didn't know what to expect when I first tried this, but basically when you put it on and you start to rub it around, it starts to feel hot on your face. I could see this being a problem if you do have more sensitive skin. I'm not sure how that would go. To me, it's not a huge issue and it doesn't really affect me. I don't think it's really that like beneficial either. It's kind of like a little bit of a gimmick maybe. And besides that, I just don't feel like it rinses off of my face as cleanly as I want. I find that once I have it on and then I start to rinse, it takes a lot more rubbing than I would prefer. It doesn't come off in like silky, watery consistency. And it just, like I said, it takes a little bit more rubbing. And I definitely need to double cleanse when I use this. When I use like the Youth to the People, I don't have to double cleanse. If I didn't do much today or I didn't wear a lot of makeup, I can just use that. With this one and the next one as well, I definitely have to double cleanse. I just feel like my skin needs that because it'll have like a little bit of a film on it. This one is moisturizing though. I think the ones that do tend to leave a film can be a bit more moisturizing. So if you do have drier skin, maybe this is better for you. But for me personally, I won't be repurchasing it when I make my next Beauty Pie order. But okay, the next one is the Beauty Pie Plantastic Apricot Butter Cleansing Balm. This one does have a scent, and I actually really enjoy the scent. Let me see if I can tell you. I think it's apricot. Yeah, it's kind of like a fruity, light scent. It's a little bit more expensive. The first one from Beauty Pie, this one's $16. This one's $23. You get the same amount, 100 milliliters or 3.4 fluid ounces. So this comes out to be $6.76 per ounce. Again, this one's $4.70 per ounce. So this one's a better deal. But I kind of like this one better just because of the texture. This one is thick. Like when you put it on, it's like very goopy. This one is one of the best textures I've felt. Now, that's kind of where the pluses end for this one. It has the same kind of feel when you're rinsing it off. It just leaves this film that I don't love. I really, really wanted to like this. When I first felt it, I was just like, ooh, I'm gonna like this. But again, when I take it off, it leaves a film and I definitely have to double cleanse with something foaming that kind of takes that film off my skin. Neither of the Beauty Pie, I would say, are great if you wear medium to heavy makeup. If you wear light makeup, they should be okay. But again, you're gonna probably need to double cleanse. But if you're really trying to take a lot of makeup off, I wouldn't recommend either. Okay, the next one we have is the Ordinary Squalane Cleanser. Surprise, surprise, this is a cleansing balm. I had no idea. I don't think they advertise it as that. It's just like a cleanser, but it is. And this one, this is the smaller size. So the larger size is $19.90 and you get 5 fluid ounces or 150 milliliters. This one is $7.90 and this is 50 milliliters or 1.7 fluid ounces. So these are, of course, the Ordinary is a cheap brand. These are gonna be some of the best deals. For the larger size, you're gonna get a better deal. It's gonna be $3.98 per ounce. This one is $4.64 per ounce, but again, still pretty good. This one rivals the first Beauty Pie one in price, for sure. So this one, I would say, if you have more sensitive skin, is gonna be a good option for you. It's a very gentle cleanser. You don't have a scent to it. You don't have a lot of rubbing or tugging that you need to do. And it does rinse off a lot more easily than the 2 Beauty Pie for sure. The only thing about this that I don't like is if you rub it too much around your face, you don't get that rewarding cleansing balm kind of feel where it just like milks off your face. So don't rub too much if you want that. But it does do a good job. And I think it's just like a pretty standard cleansing balm. Now, if I had to kind of compare this cheap one of the Ordinary and then the cheap one of the Inkey List, I would still go with the Inkey List over this. That one is just one of the best cheap cleansing balms. This one, I feel like they are 75% there. Like if they made it a little bit more of a cleansing balm where it rinses off really well and takes off makeup and sunscreen, then I think it would go a little bit higher. But it's okay. But for a cheap one, if you're in a pinch and like this is available, I would definitely get it. It's not going to irritate your skin. It's not going to do anything crazy. And it is going to do the job. But kind of like the last one, which one? The Beauty Pie. But like the 2 Beauty Pie ones, I would not use this one if you're doing heavy makeup removal. It's just not the best for that, and you may still need to double cleanse. So I would say for like lighter makeup days or just like a normal sunscreen, use this one. Now, this is one of the newer ones that I've gotten. This is the Cerave Makeup Removing Cleansing Balm. and I was excited for this, and I'm kind of let down. So this retails for $13.99, and it is 1.3 fluid ounces, which is, what is that, 36 grams or milliliters? It's tiny. Look at how small this is. Like, let me just show you. I mean, these are massive, but like, look at that. And this actually comes out to be more expensive than the Youth to the People per ounce. This is $10.70 per ounce. So while it looks like it's cheap because you're like, oh, $14, it's actually more expensive. I realized that when I was doing the kind of calculations for this, and because of that, I will not be buying it again. They kind of trick you with that. But this is a good one, again, for sensitive skin. It has no scent. There are no kind of crazy ingredients. It's just going to do the job. It is a perfect cleansing balm in the sense that it does the work. So if that's what you want, if you really just need like a workhorse cleansing balm, this is a good option. I just think like they kind of are tricking people with the price because it is quite expensive for what you're getting. And I would go through this so quickly. Like after I do this video, this one is going straight to my makeup travel bag, cleansing, skincare, whatever, just because it's so small. It is a good travel size, but I will go through this at home like that. Okay, this one is the Lumene, I don't know how to say it. I think it's Lumene Nordic-C cleansing balm. So you can get it for a few different prices. It's the cheapest on Amazon, and I will link that below. It's about like $10.50 on Amazon, and then $15 through Target. So that works out to be $2.50 on Amazon, and then like $3.50 on Target, which is pretty cheap because this is 4.2 fluid ounces or 125 milliliters. So you're getting a lot and a really, really affordable price, like $2.50 per ounce. Wow. I love any cleansing balm that comes in a tube. The only thing is this one has a twist off, which all they had to do is put a little like cap where you can pop it open and it would be so much better. The twist off, it just means that like your hands are dirtier, but you know, I can deal with it. So if you've tried any of the like Nordic-C products from them, they kind of all have the same scent. I think it's from the Cloudberry. I sometimes like it, I sometimes don't, but it's not to the point where like I can't stand it, especially because you're just rinsing it off your face. Scents to me, when it's a rinse off product, are not that big of a deal. This one does say that it has vitamin C in it. Again, I'm putting it on my face for like maybe a minute. I don't think that like you should buy it because it has vitamin C, but that is one of the claims. This one doesn't have a residue. It rinses off clean. I've used pretty much all of it. I love it. I think it's an affordable and fantastic cleansing balm. So this one is a high one on my list. Okay, let's get into Naturium. Naturium has two different cleansing balms. The first one is the Fermented Camellia Creamy Cleansing Oil. This one retails for $20 and you get 3.5 fluid ounces or 100 and change milliliters. That comes out to be $5.70 per ounce. So we're in kind of the middle range in terms of price per ounce. This one, it's got the snap top. That's what I want to see. If it has a tube, this one takes it up a notch just because of that. Like if all tubes had that, I would love them all, but whatever. This one has an interesting kind of texture to it. It's a gel, it's a very clear gel. You'll see that in the B-roll footage, but it takes a little bit more rubbing. So like if I could give Naturium one suggestion for this to make it almost perfect, I would say make it a little bit creamier so that you don't have as much rubbing and tugging. It is a little thick and like stiff of a consistency, but overall, other than that, I think it's a wonderful one. I love the tube. It's very easy to have in your shower. And it doesn't have a terrible scent. The Naturium products, if they have a scent, they're so mild. So my only beef with this one is just the like stiffness of the texture. But other than that, it's again one of the very top ones in my list. Okay, the next one is the Purple Ginseng Cleansing Balm by Naturium. This one is $18.99. So this one's, let's say $19, and this one is $20. Pretty much the same price. But this one is 3 fluid ounces, or I think that's 88 milliliters. And that comes out to be $6.30. So $5.70 per ounce and then $6.30 per ounce. This one you're getting a little bit less of a good deal, but I know a lot of people who really like this one. So this one is just your normal pot, oh wow, pretty much done with it, cleansing balm. And this one has the texture that I want the Camellia one to have. It's so creamy, it's so silky, it's so smooth, it goes on just like a dream. The texture is really what makes this one. The scent is minimal, not too bad. and I can use either of them alone without having to double cleanse. So it really comes down to kind of either your price range, if you want a better deal, this one, but if you like a really smooth texture, this is definitely the one. If I had to repurchase, I would still purchase this just because I like the ease of use of this one, and I feel like I'm getting a little bit more product from it. I mean, it's only half an ounce more, but for me, it's just the texture is not that big of a deal. That's like a small nitpicky thing, but they're both really good cleansing balms for like the mid-level price. The next one is the Ulta Beauty Healthy Hydration Cleansing Balm. This one retails for $14. You get 2.9 fluid ounces, almost 3 ounces, I wish we could just say 3, or 85 milliliters, and this comes out to be $4.80 per ounce. So another really good deal, almost as cheap as the Lumene, I don't know, Lumene. Okay, so this is very effective and basic, but in the best way. It is silky, it's smooth, it rinses off clean, no residue. It's affordable, did I say that already? There's just really nothing wrong with it. I don't think it has a scent either. Not really, like maybe, but again, it's negligible, and I think especially since you're rinsing it off, it's not that big of a deal. It doesn't smell great, like I'm not having this spa experience from it, but if you want a really just good workhorse every day, will get your makeup off, will get your sunscreen off, you just don't have to think twice about, you don't necessarily have to double cleanse, this is it. This is a really stellar one, and I wish it got more notice because it's kind of, with the Ulta brand ones, I feel like they just go under the radar, but take notice of this one. Next up is the Banila Clean It Zero Cleansing Balm. So this retails for $24 on Ulta or $19 on Amazon. It's 100 milliliters or 3.3 fluid ounces, and that comes out to be about $7.30 per ounce. So it's a little bit more expensive. Now, I don't know why I got this one. This is the nourishing one, the yellow one, but they do have like a pink one, a blue one, all these different kind of like flavors, if you will. And this one is more expensive than the original. So if you do want the original one, it is going to be a lower price. This one is a cult classic. People swear by it. It's like their favorite cleansing balm. It comes in a massive size as well, which might be a better deal. I didn't look into that. I think it works really, really great. I think it works exactly as a cleansing balm should. So I'm always looking for a good deal. So for me, I have found like the Ulta Beauty does the same job. I don't think that this is so spectacular that it's worth a mid-range price level. Like the Naturium also pretty much are the same price. I think this was one of the first ones that came over from Korea that Americans at least kind of got into, and it does a great job. It rinses clean. There's nothing wrong with it. I just think you nowadays can find a little bit cheaper to do the same thing. This one is the Sheglam. This is $5.50. Yes, that's true. It is 1.23 ounces though, which is 35 milliliters. And surprisingly, when you do the math, that comes out to be $4.40 per ounce. So it's not actually that great of a deal, even though it's only $5 and change. It's also not very hard to get, but you do have to order it from the Sheglam, or I think it's the Sheglam website. And then it takes a week or two, sometimes less, to get over to the US from China. And then a lot of people just don't want to buy from Sheglam or She Inside, which is totally fair. I did want to cover it though, just because I have it. Now, the packaging looks like this, where I took out the little spoon just because I don't always use it, but it does have that nice little top. And then you twist this off and you have the cleansing balm inside. This one has a nice scent. It smells like, well, it is neroli scented. I really enjoy it. I think they kind of like cheaped out on it because look at all the empty space, and then you really don't have a lot of product. You could travel with this one. It is somewhat thin, but it's pretty pricey for what you're getting. I mean, not pretty pricey. It's like mid-range. It's silky though. It's so silky and so smooth. So that is definitely the best thing about it. Again though, it's 1 ounce and change, and it's kind of hard to get. I will definitely not be repurchasing it, but it does the job. Okay, and then the last one we have is the AOA Green Tea and Vitamin E. This one is about $10 on Amazon, or I think $9 on Miss A. Like you can go to Shop Miss A, and I will have those linked, of course. So that comes out to be $2.97 per ounce. So again, one of the cheapest ones I have out here. I didn't mention it's 100 milliliters or 3.4 ounces. So the same as the Youth to the People, just a little bit more of like a nice size. It is plastic instead of glass though. So this is actually one of my very favorites. It's so smooth, so silky. It rinses off clean. It doesn't have a residue. It does the job. It's cheap. It's just a dream to work with. So definitely recommend this one. You can also get it so easily off of Amazon or Shop Miss A. Again, one of these things that just kind of flies under the radar. Okay, so I did say that I would mention my favorites, and I think you could probably tell that these three are my favorites. This one is one of the cheapest, and I also just love the tube format of it. And then the Ulta and the AOA powerhouses, like they do exactly what I want. I don't want a fancy cleansing balm. I don't know why I buy expensive ones, because to me, this is a functional product. It's taking my makeup off. I don't need it to be fancy. I don't need the ingredients to have vitamin C and hyaluronic acid. I just need it to take my makeup off and not strip my skin. And all three of these do exactly that. So if you're wondering which ones I would repurchase, it will definitely be these three. Probably these two more, just because this one sometimes on Target is like a little pricier, but not, I mean, $15 is not that bad. But any of these three, highly recommend. So I think that's it. I hope this video isn't an hour long, but it might be, but I will have timestamps below, and I do appreciate you guys watching. Let me know if there are any other cleansing balms that you've seen, and I will maybe review them in the future. All right, guys, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.